try to fuck me.
I've never said that in my life. To a girl, maybe a couple of fellas in the steam room at the gym, but how you doing, folks? Tuesday. It's really like Wednesday for me in Dallas. What, I'm fucking 63. I gotta work fucking 5 days a week. Your sister's bucks. That's a type of language that got me to the top. Anyhow, good to be with you. What's in the news? Trump going wild. Some judge tried to fucking slow him down with some shit. Good luck with that. If I did my research, I could tell you, but there's a clause in the Constitution basically saying he can appoint who he wants, when, what, where. What's beautiful is the leftists, they have nowhere to go. Their last 40 years of identity politics, all that horse shit, us being racist, it exploded in their fucking face. And they don't know. Chuck Schumer, I just read this, he's got a hotline, a tip hotline to report corruption in the government and abuse. And everybody online is going, we already got it. It's called Doge, you idiot. Can you imagine? Talk about feckless and stupid. Holy shit. And then I see a clip of a young black girl, really attractive, in her 20s. And I'm talking in her 20s, maybe early 20s, talking about, and she laid it down beautifully. Why I didn't clip it out? Because I saw it on no fucking way here, looking at my phone as I blow a red light. People say, you shouldn't text when you're driving. I'd cut and paste. Make a fucking montage on the way to work. But she was so right on going, do you understand that Trump has all of us, young people, black, white? And she went on to point out why the left is, it was so, she was dropping fucks in too. And anybody have a problem, fucks? I don't want to fucking talk to you. Get with it, please. She peppered it with a lot of fucks, but she was very eloquent and got a ton of It's freakish. I want you guys, again, to think about since Trump came down that escalator, the shit that he has gone through, the obstacles he has overcome. That's the stuff I keep thinking about. I keep thinking, oh my God, with all that media on their side, trying to put him in jail, shooting, think about what he has overcome. And not only just overcome it, now everybody's like, Jesus, were we wrong? I'm not a positive, one of those guys that believes in positive thinking. I think you might have caught that in my tone for the last 40 years, my comedy. I don't believe in that positive connection. I just don't, okay? I don't know if I still... Trump is the only one that's made me rethink that. Because I've never heard a negative thing come out of his mouth as far as what he's going to get done and shit. And he believes it when he says it. I just can't... I was voted class pessimist in high school, I told you. Excuse me. They came up with a superlative for me. Even then I said, how about class realist, you fucks? Didn't even know what I was talking about. But anyways, he makes me... I had a bit about people with positive thinking. Oh, there was a study that said people dying with cancer who have positive attitudes live no longer than the ones that have negative attitudes. I went nuts when that came out. I put it right in my act. I go, what do you think? Cancer crawls up your ass and gets to your brain and goes, oh, fuck, we're out of here. He's got a smile on his face. Let's meet at his liver in a couple of years. Anyway, I'm just saying, I idolize athletes and shit because athletes have amazing stories too. When they come out of the ghetto and end up, if they don't shoot up a titty bar in Houston, and they make their zillions and whatever, or Tom Brady, any of that. But what Trump done is fucking move over. Who's on Mount Rushmore? Fucking Abe. Move the fuck over. Put him on Abe's back, giving the finger, doing this, whatever. He's blowing me the fuck away. What? Anyways, what's the first headline? Tough shit. That's what I said. I don't like mosquitoes. The Trump administration's recent decision to suspect U.S. aid payments is reportedly already having a devastating, in quotes, effect in Jordan. Who cares? According to a United Arab Emirates report. I'm guessing that's what UAE is, or it's a union I don't know about, Michigan. Report citing nonprofit organizations. The national outlet reports that some 35,000 jobs have been lost as a result of the move, including both Jordanians and Americans working on projects funded by the United States. Okay? And Trump's saying, yeah.
You're entitled to shit.
One of Jordan's larger nonprofits is quoted in the Emirati report. Oh, I get that every week. Have you had the Emirati, Dallas, with the lemon and garlic? As saying that more than half of its budget comes from U.S. sources. Okay, we're talking about over in Jordan. And the aid suspension that Trump has stopped is affecting operations tremendously. Tremendously. Fuck them, no free lunch. I like a free lunch. The lack of funding is affecting projects covering physical and mental health, disability. This is overseas in the Middle East. Everybody's got mental health problems over there. Yeah. Disabilities. Well, a lot of terrorists missing arms and feet and shit. Refugees, sexual and reproductive health services. Because what the fuck are we? The world's doctor? And providing free food? Who the fuck? Let me explain to you why it's so big. These are American politicians sending this money. Marxists, actually, most of them. Well, you know. And Republican, trust me, there's some rhinos in on this shit too. That's why they're freaking out. That's the other thing young black girl said. They are freaking out because Trump is stopping that gravy train, and she hit it perfectly. But that's true. You send $10 million to Kosovo for transgender, education, and they'll pocket half that or whatever. Do you understand? Do you get why this is huge? Reproductive health services and gender-based violence protection and rehabilitation services. Time to take my Cialis. Wife's, when I get home, going to give her a good pounding. What the hell? Shut up! Hold on. Let it roll. Let it roll. Okay, I think that's the end of that. Let me put this in. The fuck was that? Is that God going, hey, clean it up? I don't know. You tell me. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so they're losing all those services. Transgender service, rehabilitation, mental health, whatever the fuck, so.
Oh, poor you.
It goes beyond the numbers. It's a ripple effect on the whole economy, the organization said. This is the biggest thing. You know what I mean? You wonder why they were trying to kill him and put him in jail and shit. It is so clear now. I knew he was going after, their bread and butter, but had you ever heard of USAID until the last couple weeks or so? That's how hidden it was. And all these pigs, and both sides of the aisle, I'm guessing, eating from that trough. And here comes the outsider. He's going to flip the app. And I just hope, here's my other thing. Trump, just stay in the Oval Office. Stay for 4 years. Don't step the fuck out if you don't have to. You know what I mean? Don't have a rally on a Wednesday night in Albany for no reason. Stay there on the phone, getting your shit done. Send other people out to get whacked. Sorry, Pops. Anyways, so yeah, this is. Remember Watergate? I don't. I mean, this is they ripped the scab off. What's going on? Ay. And people are going, but Elon Musk is the president. Really? But he was never voted in. Was Kamala Harris ever? Huh? Who put her as a nominee? Did they have any primaries or anything? Shut the fuck up. Let's continue. USAIDing and Abetting. The U.S. Agency for International Development, that's called USAID. No, he said. She said. Reportedly provided full funding. Listen to this, folks. If this doesn't make your blood fucking curdle and want to, let me tell you something about that insurrection. I'll say it again. It wasn't an insurrection. This is worth fucking tearing up the White House if Biden was still there or whatever the fuck. I'm not saying do it. I don't want to get thrown off the air. Apparently I can say anything I want. Bite my tongue here. Anyways, listen to this. Reportedly provided full funding for, get this, Al-Qaeda terrorists. I'll remind you, This is your tax money. Funding Al-Qaeda terrorist Anwar Al-Awlaki. Remember him? To attend, he looks like the Afghani John Lennon. To attend, it funded him to go to college in Colorado. That's what unearthed documents apparently show. Al-Awlaki was an American-born jihadist who was killed in a drone strike in Yemen in 2011 during the Obama administration. I wonder who talked Obama into doing that. It sure fucking wasn't him. Yeah. Oh, what happened? Yeah. Car's backfiring. He was a central figure of Al-Qaeda, including having direct contact with Army psychiatrist Nidal Hassan. Do you guys remember who Nidal Hassan was? Just by the names, I wouldn't let the fuckers in. That's right. I'm bringing back fucking prejudice because it works. Nidal Hassan, before he opened fire, remember, at Fort Hood in Texas in 2009, killing 13 people. So let me summarize. Your tax money went to that, helped that. Fund this jerk off to radicalize him. Let that sink in for a second. If that's not enough to arrest everybody who was involved, Schumer was. He was there fucking 16 years ago. Whoever else. Pelosi, hang her by her saggy tits. The document which investigative reporters unearthed and posted to X over the weekend shows that a USAID form dated from June of 1990 outlined Al-Awlaki was reportedly granted funding to attend the college by fraudulently claiming he was a Yemeni national and a punt returner, and he could play defensive back in Colorado. No, he was a Yemeni national and qualified for an exchange visa, whatever the fuck that is.
Fucking people. You have no idea how to defend a nation.
Al-Awlaki, hate his name, any fucking Arab name with a hyphen in it, go fuck yourself, was born in Las Cruces, Mexico. You thought you were going to say Syria or some shit on a riverbank? No, Las Cruces, New Mexico. In 1971 to parents from Yemen. How could that go wrong? He was raised both in the U.S. and Yemen. Again, I don't like that. No more of that shit. You spend more than 4 minutes in the Middle East, you can't come back. It's a new rule. U.S. media reported that in 2011 following his death. Right there, you see him reading Charlotte's Web, believe it or not. True story. Hey, Alec, I have to cancel your friend's contract. Fucking piece of shit, you know. Don't worry, we'll do it again sometime. What are you talking about, Montana? We can't. He's appearing on 60 Minutes this week. Let's move on, shall we? My nipples are hard. Great impression. And, hey, I was looking at online, there was a list that somebody compiled about most popular live streaming shows. Dan Bongino's is first, then Candace Owen, and then who else? I don't know, Crowder was third or fourth out of like the top 10. It's fucking huge, folks. That's the new media, okay? Just remember that. I'm on that show next week a couple times. Let's stay on this tremendous administration. It's like a colonoscopy. They're finding all kinds of polyps. The feds were about to work with local and state law enforcement to pull off a huge bust-up of illegals in California. Here's another one's going to make you angry. But the plan had to be held up because someone leaked the plan ahead of the scheduled course in California, right? Is that where it was? Yeah, of course. Somebody leaked it, the plan ahead of schedule of the raid. This is what Cutie Pie, I wrote this apparently. I'm like, who the fuck put that in there? Cutie Pie. Come on, Nick. Excuse me. AG Pam Bondi had to say about, but hold on, before we show the clip, I just said to Dallas, you know what I like? When people on the right, I'm talking, left-wing women don't give a fuck. They can lose 40 pounds, put on the makeup, they still look like a fucking rabid skunk. But, you know, the right is known for decent-looking women, and then when they land a job where they know they're going to be on TV, whether it be on Fox News or in an administration, and they immediately lose weight. Listen to me. This isn't too sexist. This is I'm judging her by her. But she was always a cutie, but had a round fucking face. You can tell she's like going, stick the Ozempic in my left ass cheek. I'm going to be on TV a lot. Look at her. Here's Pam Bondi, what she had to say about this, whoever leaked this plan to fuck up the raid of illegals in L.A.
If anyone leaks anything, people don't understand that jeopardizes the lives of our great men and women in law enforcement. And if you leaked it, we will find out who you are and we will come after you. And it's not going to stop our mission. It's not going to stop the president's mission to make America safe again. We were very clear with the lawsuit that we filed in Chicago that if you don't follow the law, you will be prosecuted by the Department of Justice.
So delicious. Delicious.
Thank you.
Pam said thank you back. Anyways, even the guy on the left, what's his name? Kevin Cork or something like that. He's like a black robot. I swear, if you lifted a panel, there'd be wires sticking out the back. But even he's slimmed down. He doesn't have an orange face anymore. It's so fucking funny. I know the shit because I'm a vain guy myself. See, this took me 11 hours makeup to get here. Anyways, L.A. County alone has just L.A. County has some 800,000 illegals in it. Okay? I remember even living there hearing shit like that. I'd go to a deli. She was saying that her taco was soggy. True story, everybody. Yeah, it's as racist as I could get. But do you believe that? Now, I was watching today on TV, and they think whoever leaked it is coming from inside the fucking FBI. Another reason to douche the FBI. And I know a lot of people go, well, the rank and file are mostly patriotic. And I got to believe that. You wouldn't go into it. But we need whistleblowers is what we need. More whistleblowers. But somebody leaked that. 800,000, you could go into a supermarket and arrest everybody in fresh produce. And then trace it back to their relatives who picked it. Get a whole big fucking... Hey, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see me live doing stand-up, what you got to go to nickdip.com, and there's a tour button. Click on it. As you see, February 20th, what's today? The 11th? Yeah. Jesus Christ, 9 days away. February 20th at Bricktown Comedy Club in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The very next night, the 21st, Funny Bones, St. Louis, Missouri. And then in March, on the 13th, Hyenas, Albuquerque, New Mexico. April 25th, Cohoes, beautiful theater, Cohoes Music Hall, Cohoes, New York. May 15th and 16th, I haven't been back in a couple years. One of my favorite clubs, Zanies in Rosemont, Illinois, which is right near the airport in Chicago, which is fucking great. They have a little room downtown that I used to do, the main room, but that only holds about 140 people, which is a great room. Some of these are staples in the comedy world forever. But this is their satellite room, is bigger and more swanky. I sound like Hyman Roth in The Godfather. The hotels, Michael, are bigger, more swankier. And we have a friend in the Cuban government, 90 minutes away. There's not one plaque or a poster of Nick DiPaolo in the lobby. Anyhow, hey, you want to support the show? Buy shit. Next. What's all that? Dallas, stop it. Buy hats and hoodies and coffee mugs, baseball shirts, Nick DiPaolo eye patches we got now. Hearing aids, tremendous. We got a lot of old fans. And get the Nick DiPaolo walker. It looks like a license plate in front. It says, fuck you, as your grandparents can use that nicely. Also, if you're watching the free version of this show, you can watch full episodes of my show, Louder with Crowder, and I just told you how popular it is, and all exclusive Rumble content, ad-free with one subscription. Click the red premium button below, enter promo code MUGCLUB, that's one word, to get $10 off an annual subscription. Do it now. Seriously, you'll be thankful. So thankful when you see me at a show, you'll pinch my ass. Isn't that right, Kevin? Yes. You heard Kevin. Kevin wouldn't lie.
Hi, good night, everybody.